Back to another Embrace Destiny video, everyone. Today we are checking out the Fang of Ir Yut. Hope I said that right. We'll see if anybody corrects me. Yeah, so this is an adept exotic scout rifle that you can get from doing raids, basically. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I haven't really done that many raids. It's kind of tough when I live on the other side of the world from my friends. It's hard to get people online and coordinated, and well, you know what the internet can be like, so meeting a bunch of random strangers is a little bit difficult. Anyway, so I managed to do a raid the other day with some people, and I got this weapon. So its main perk, it increases damage to hive majors, a couple of different sights. Its main perks here are spray and play, target mark, different, and third eye. So it's alright. I like the look of it. It's kind of like a bad juju sort of. There's a whole class of scout rifle. It's got these bones on it sort of thing. So, yeah, we're going to head to Chamber of Night, hard mode. Figured it'd be a nice way to test out this extra damage on hive majors. I tried it a couple of times in the Crucible. It's an alright weapon. As you can see, I haven't fully leveled it up yet, but I figure if I use the Memory of Gellion, it makes up for not having the last perk there. Yeah, I tried using it in the Crucible. It's a fairly good weapon. It's got kind of low recoil, but it's not really that special in the Crucible. There's other scout rifles I've used that are much better. I'm not even a scout rifle aficionado, and I've seen other ones that are more comfortable, I guess, in the fast-paced environment of the Crucible.
This ritual could be happening in any one of their thousands of chambers. If we can find cracks deep enough.
Oh yes, I forgot. Gotta start this. Yeah, so I was rather lucky actually to join a group. They were running the 390 version of Crota's End, and I managed to do the raid with them. So if you're kind of intermediary knowledge of Destiny or you haven't played for a while, basically the raids are the hardest, generally the hardest things that you can do, and they require 3 to 6 people to do. And as such, it's been difficult for me to actually complete the raids just because, as I said before, coordinating that many people is difficult, and to be honest, I've not had the best of luck in raiding with random strangers. I mean, who knew, right? I've run into a lot of negativity, a lot of immaturity. As you can see, the range and the recoil aren't bad on this weapon.
But we have to go deeper into the Temple of Crota.
Yeah. It's been difficult because I want to raid more. There are a couple of raids I haven't actually beaten yet, but I haven't found a good group yet. I haven't found a good group of people who I enjoy raiding with. And there's a bunch of stereotypes to assign, but in my experience, the player base I run into seem to be a lot younger and a lot. Oh, going up here? Okay. A lot freer of responsibility than I am, and just everybody's different, but it's kind of hard to play a game with these people when they have nothing else to do other than perfect the raids, and I'm just playing a couple hours a day, a couple hours a week maybe. So I'm looking forward to Destiny 2's guided games. It should allow us to kind of advertise our clan a little bit, and is it here? Is it here? It's okay. Yeah, advertise our clan a little bit, and maybe recruit some members who would be interested. So, if you're listening to this and you play on the Xbox One, give me a message. Maybe we can hang out sometime.
Let's get out in the open. I'll have a better chance of locking this signal.
Is this? Oh yeah. Okay. Skip the cutscene. I kind of just picked a random mission on the moon knowing there would be Hive involved, and I forgot how early into the story this mission was. Yeah, it was rather funny. I've mentioned a couple of times on... Oh, I should switch grenades. I mentioned a couple of times on this channel, you know, how much I value teamwork and coordination, and how much I loathe the antithesis of those. And while I was playing, I joined a random group. Hold on, there we go. I joined a random group that was looking to do the raid, and I hadn't done the 390 version of the raid yet, so I said, yeah, let's do it. Bunch of young guys. None of them seemed to really know each other. They were all joining for the same reasons. And one guy, the guy who was hosting, was extremely confident about his abilities. He, you know, he said, "Oh, don't worry, you team up with me, no problem. We're gonna win. It's fine. I've done this raid like 100 times. Blah blah blah." And the thing that was really annoying about it, I mean, people brag all over the place. Doesn't really bother me. But the thing that was kind of annoying was that he wasn't wrong. He was actually, when we did the raid, he was actually quite good. But we ended up losing a bunch of times, ended up dying. Crota kept killing us because his communication was terrible. He kind of assumed he would be able to do everything, and when he didn't, and when we, you know, we were not coordinated very well, he got mad at us. And there was a point where everybody was just standing around on the voice chat, just kind of yelling at each other, like, you know, trying to communicate. So I just kind of waited for a moment to speak, very polite Canadian stereotype that I am, and I just said, you know, we're not getting anywhere, and I calmed everybody down, and that's when the guy who was hosting communicated a bit better, and everybody else who was listening, well, that was a bad grenade. That's very helpful. Yeah, they just learned to work together, and 7 minutes later we beat the raid. We finished it completely. And I'm not saying this because I'm trying to brag or anything about my oh-so-great leadership skills, although I will admit that I pulled a nice Jean-Luc Picard on them. But I'm just trying to illustrate that communication is super powerful. I mean, this player was really good. He was a good sword bearer. You have to do this specific part in the raid in order to win, and if you screw it up, it's obvious, and it happens very quickly. But he was actually really good, but he was not good at communicating with his team. So I gave him a couple of pointers and, you know, made him realize, like, you can tell us, you can brag about how good you are, fine. But then try to encourage the rest of your team to have a role and to pick it up. So, ooh, what was that? I think I threw my grenade into a blast from that Hive ship. Anyway. Wizards half in, half out. I hate that. So I love running with this current build that I'm using right now. I'm playing as a Defender Titan, so I've got my Ward of Dawn, and I'm using the Amobius shotgun with Armor of Light. So basically what that means is any kills that I get with all of what I just said that I have equipped returns ammo to my gun. And few things for me in this game are as awesome as standing in your Ward of Dawn and just annihilating the enemy and just saying, I will not move. I love it. So far I haven't exactly noticed the increased damage versus the versus Hive Majors. I haven't really run into too many Hive Majors. I probably could have researched this and found a better map, to be honest. I think there's some by the end, so that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, it shoots fine. Oh my god. Come on, Thrall, run into that. It shoots fine. I like the way it looks. I think the, there's like, what is it called? Like an NX Shadow Shot or something like that. I was running with that scout rifle for quite a while, so... Also, this does, oh, there we go. Well, actually, that did quite a lot. One shot, not even a headshot, I think, and he already dropped by 10%. That's fairly good. Of course, I could just hit him without him putting up a shield. Why do my grenades keep... They keep hitting something and then just vanishing. There we go. Oh yeah. And 3 wizards, I believe. Oh, witches, actually. See, that's confusing, actually. I call them witches because they have what sounds like a feminine scream to me. But everywhere else, they're called wizards. Except for here, where they're called the 3 witches. So, I don't know. So yeah, if you're ever going to do a raid, and you run into a bunch of people like that, depending on if you're hosting the raid or you're just participating, definitely speak up and just say like, hey, I will not stand for this. I do not need to play with a bunch of, you know, negative people. Life is too short to deal with that. I know we want to beat the raids, and sometimes you're willing to join a team that's skillful but terrible in communication. No. Find a different group. Lots of avenues out there. I'm only beginning to really look into them myself, but we got the whole looking for group. Oh, my grenades are terrible today. I might as well just like throw them up in the air. Yeah, looking for group, the 100.io, it's a website where you can get matched with a bunch of people who fit similar criteria as yourself. You can even reach out on things like Twitter, Facebook. There's lots of groups, and first time I did Trials of Osiris, actually, my friend made a post on Reddit, and a bunch of people joined in. Come on. See? Didn't expend any ammo. Come on. Ah, they're gonna stay outside. Oh, it feels good to be a Titan again. I've been playing as a Warlock, and they're a lot of fun. But there's a reason I played Titan for 2 years. Alright, better finish him off with the gun that this video is named after, right? That guy's just in the way. Uh-oh. Daddy pissed. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, in the air. Nice. He says, congratulating himself. So if it's been a while since you've done this mission, remember this? Piece of the Traveler's Soul.
What is this thing? It's a traveler. They were using it against the traveler, devouring its light. But we freed it. Our new friend said there are enemies on Venus worse.
Yeah, I mean, it was devouring the Traveler's Light, and yet we never seemed to feel the diminishment of the Traveler's Light at all. And I believe the speaker congratulates you for this. Yay. So yeah, that was the Fang of Ir Yut. So yeah, it's a fairly good scout rifle. I think you're going to find better ones that don't take up an exotic slot. So maybe if you're doing, you know, Nightfall or Strikes and the arc damage, arc burn modifier happens to be on, this could be good for you if you like scout rifles. But yeah, I might switch back and forth from it, but I have better alternatives. Let me know what you think down below if you happen to like scout rifles or if you've used this one yourself. If you're, like I said before, if you play on Xbox and you're interested in raiding, message me and we'll see what we can do. And if we don't meet in Destiny 1, maybe we'll meet in Destiny 2. He says, finishing his podcast on a rhyme. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and feel free to like, subscribe, and all that YouTube magic. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye now.